What's up, guys? This is Mike. Welcome to my channel. Um, I'm just going to give you a brief. I'm not going to make a 30-minute video here. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of how to put a water pump on an LB7 Duramax. Mine's a 2004 model. I've never done this job before, but there's no sense in paying $800 to $1,000 in labor to take it to a shop to have somebody do what you can do in your garage. I mean, I basically have done the whole procedure here, and I'm going back together with it now. I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of exactly what it takes, and you don't need anything basic than a basic wrench set. The hardest part of the whole job was getting the flywheel to break. All I did was take a strap and wrap around the flywheel pulley and tighten it down as tight as I could get it, and took a chisel and hit it with a hammer, and after about 30-45 minutes of hammering on it, it finally broke loose. That was the hardest part of the whole job. Here's what I got right now. Basically, you got to take both fender wheels out. I've got the new pump going in. You've got 2 bolts on the back side. I don't know if you can see up in there. You got 2 bolts right here on the back side of the water pump. Make sure when you put it back together that you have a little gasket that goes in there. You don't want it to leak, so make sure you put that back in there. I took out my fender wheel here. Let's see. There's the harmonic balancer. That thing broke that nut with a cheater pipe. It broke. It was on there pretty good, but we got it broke. Fan clutch, that was the hardest thing of the whole job to get off. Once I got that off, it's basically been pretty easy. Let me show you what I got up in here. There's the new one right there. You basically got 3 bolts that hold it in. One here, and one down here that's got a stud on it, and then the 2 I showed you in the back. You will have to take the intercooler pipe out to get to that back one, but it's no big deal. I did realize that once I took that pipe off, I had a hole in my intercooler pipe, so it had been rubbing for quite some time. I got about 260,000 miles on this old motor, so there's no telling how long I'd been losing boost, and I couldn't really even tell the difference, honestly. So that harmonic balancer, once you get that nut broke, I just hit it with a rubber hammer a few times. She busted right off. That's where your fan clutch goes. This right here, while you're in here, you might as well replace some of these worn low hoses here. It's just a good idea to just change them while you're in here. You don't want to have to tear it all apart again just to do that. But it's not a hard job to do. It's not easy, but it's not super hard. You don't have to be a skilled mechanic to do this job. I drew a little diaphragm just to show me how my belt goes and stuff like that. If you just do simple things like that, you'll know exactly how it goes back together. I got all my bolts put basically in a coffee can right there. And I'll show you exactly what failed on my pump. It wasn't really the pump that failed, it was the housing. Let me get out here in the light where you guys can see. If you look, you'll see air bubbles cause that. So if you're leaking out of the weep hole, it's probably because of that right there. Air bubbles in the system actually cause that to leak, which is crazy, but that's what causes it. Very simple job. You can do it. Give a like, share, subscribe if you want to see any more. Thank you.